I think I'm back. I think I'm here. Now, unfortunately, I have to use my not as nice mic. For reasons mysterious and unknown. Yeah. Don't know why my other mic isn't catching on. Testing captions. That's probably... Oh, no, yeah. Wow, that's... Wonder what happened. I'm pretty sure that I didn't do anything too strange the last time I used this mic. If it's forever borked, I blame Zoom. So let me just get all the other stuff going. Where are you? It's loading stuff. Oh no. Mike, are you... Hello? Uh-oh. It's not... Testing. Oh, well. Testing. Okay, that's better. I think it's detecting my fan. Well, this is fun. Anyway, now that nobody's watching, we can start. If the audio is not loud enough, please let me know. Says you, nobody's watching. Hey, how's it going? Hope your morning is, well, no, evening, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My mic stopped working, so I had to like stop and restart the stream because I thought that that would fix it, but it didn't, so I don't know. I guess I'll find out later what's going on. Anyway, we shall continue our story of a person dying without blood. Heck yeah. Alright. I came to the stadium on a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over there, and I saw two men facing each other in that area. I think my mic is too sensitive. I just turn it down a little. Yeah. It's everyone's favorite AA character. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. Oh god. I mean, it kind of helps with the voice, but... And the person who shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. So does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony has contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag and put it into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Alright, time to press on every single line.
Hold it!
Hold it! Oh, if the TV gets heard, let me know so I can turn the TV down.
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping the kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Now, that's why I chose to come take a break here, whippersnapper. No plan of being the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
Oh shoot, where did it skip?
Hold it!
I feel like we've already gone through this. I feel like this was the last. Did I not save after this?
Hold it! Hold it!
I don't remember this.
Well, don't you have anything to say to me?
No, not especially.
You're so cool, Edgy Poo. But that is exactly what I like about you. You're sure one tough cookie. One part unshakable, and one part scary. Watch that smart mouth of yours, Missy. What do you know about my fragile heart?
Was it because basically they're wearing a costume? Is that what we're presenting here? Oh wait, I should have done it with the two men. Yeah, two men. I think it's this one. We have to present, because one of them was wearing a blue badger costume.
Objection!
Here it is, yep. Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
Second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see a witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for the hotshot VIPs. which is exactly what I go there now and again to take a nap. I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young.
Oh god, she's going off. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it!
Okay. So now she's gonna update Little Thief. Hi, Meep! Gotten them fresh from your traveling? Well, I'm cutting an egg. I do love me a good egg. Imagine, that was a lot of traveling. This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. The silhouettes can change depending on the information oh, sorry. Wrong voice. I can sleep on almost anything. Almost. Not quite as I did before as a kid, but I can still sleep on planes.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people.
Oh, no. No, they can't. It's not, depending on where you're riding. Yeah, it could be cramped, small, seats are small. So yeah, sleep on planes, no, they don't really give much of energy, aside from just drowning out the rest of the plane, I suppose.
So investigate away, we may even find more info with which to make more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Okay, we've seen that. Oh, she has something new to say.
This is...
Oh. Thanks to you, I'm able to proceed in my investigation once again. Thank you.
I was nothing. I'm just glad science and I could be of service. Pretty amazing how we could see the footprints. So what's the secret behind that thing? Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual. Aha! Very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid leaving footprints.
You can't seriously be trying to use information to advantage us, thief. Wait. Sorry. Okay, no, nothing on footprints. Maybe we need to logic something? Let's see. I don't know. But it might be. You know. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
You want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay. Boop. Whoa.
There is clear something. Battle of the Magician, Max Galactiva versus Troop Gramarye. And tomorrow there'll be a concert by hip new rock band, the Gaviniers. No, not that either of the stage shows interest me in the least. Okay. This new silhouette of the victim. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. We are already there. He's like inside the stage. There's clearly a contradiction.
A contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood there here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time.
Yeesh, I told you, I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage. See, now let me update the info on the simulation.
Wait, no, that can't be right. It's the other way around. Because wasn't the entry... Wait. Was the entry wound? I forget, but I think the entry wound... So it makes sense because the entry wound was diagonal. But I think it was from... I think the person in costume was on the stage. Oh, really?
Well. What do we have here?
A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here. The stadium.
I see, thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You too.
Sir! Oh, they set it up.
And there you have it. You see?
Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl.
Now this is a recreation.
And so what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course, even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot them from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark. You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl. I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Here we go, pressing every detail.
Hold it! Hold it!
Lying in wait. How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
And why would a good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows and who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than that. There's no motive to convince me otherwise.
That's right. Lack of a motive is rather weak argument by itself.
So the officer lay on wait on top of the stage. When the victim finally showed, he shot him from high.
So you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage.
Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Maybe there's a completely different reason.
What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below. That's the truth, your little recreation show.
So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred?
Hey, you're the ones who came up with this scenario. Are you saying you doubt yourself?
Touché. Unfortunately, Agent Lang's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
And does it mean it all went down just as he says?
No, not quite. I wonder if we had recreated earlier was the whole truth. Okay, so I know that we have one. Yeah, see, entry point, lower right. Exit point is on the right shoulder, so it was reversed. So let's present this. Tisk tisk. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible. Yeah. That's when you know you got it right.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angle shot from beneath the victim.
Then,
yes, a recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction. You're discounting your own conclusions?
No. This one point is its only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong.
Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
I believe that the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it'll also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
But then what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
Judging by the fact that both killer and victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us the way he did it.
The 3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? No, there's the pink Badgermobile that's right there. Although I don't know if I have that as evidence to, like, show.
Hold it!
Tire marks?
Yes, the tire marks, the ones behind the stage. They were hidden up until now by various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. Tires on that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
Hold it!
3 tire marks. I have to agree that the blue Badgermobile has 3 tires.
Of course, the only thing in this park that can make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection!
You're forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them. You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto Badgermobiles, Agent Lang.
Not so fast!
Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Hold it!
Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not. Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things, like his movements and his whereabouts.
Hold it!
So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badgermobile?
Must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed to the murder.
Okay, I think I have the blue Badgermobile in my thing. Besides the blue Badgermobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not so fast!
Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I say that's proof.
I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. There's some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regards to that. There is.
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. 3 tired. Ugh, I keep wanting to say tiered, but it's tired. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Okay, so I think it's this one.
Objection!
Is that right one? It is! Hit the animation, the music stopped, and everything. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never Okay, it's the tires.
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. Ugh. This car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks. Then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
And how do you explain the tire tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it! What about Miss Oldbag's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time on the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger?
That's right. There's one more parking space inside that garage. And it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear something?
Uh-oh.
Oh, are you alright? Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West. With kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But two. One was a woman.
A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Uh-oh. Are they gonna arrest Oldbag now? Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already.
I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you gonna get out of my crime scene, or am I gonna have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a you're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right. I won't either. You hear me, young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maiden?
My you little rascal, you sure know the way to a woman's heart. Lang Ji says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a young lady is young forever.
Try to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy-smanchy saying. Let's get this over with so we're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
To be continued. Dun dun. Whew. Okay. I will save, but first I will eat another egg. I have 2 eggs on my plate. Any other egg enjoyers in chat? Uh-oh. Oh. Heck yeah. How do you prefer your eggs, Serena? Because my preferred way is sunny side with the yolk still runny. I love runny yolks. Mmm. Understandable. Oh, I don't have a... Hmm. Oh, absolutely agree with that. Ooh, over hard? Nah, I like it runny and all sorts of things. Over easy, I guess is what you call. Is there a difference between sunny side up and over easy? Yeah, that's the trick. It would still be good. Yes. Yeah, I also I just like the ones I had just runny. I just like it runny. I like the yolk. Like not that like a hard boiled is bad, but oh, soft boiled eggs. You know when it's still kind of runny in the center. Mmm. Especially on ramen. Oh, yes. The marinated soft boiled eggs. Heck yeah. I'm back here.
Looks like we got the boot again.
With land safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder.
You mean the infighting between the kidnappers?
Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Going to try sunny side up on a bowl of cereal? I think if you use... I mean, it could be if you... It could be good. Dude! Oh my god, Tyranno. Almond rice is so freaking good. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try to see. I really don't understand what happened with my other mic. But let's see. Because it lights up. Oh man, almond rice is so good. Thank you for joining the crew. Another good egg joining us. Very timely. Yeah, my mic isn't working and I don't know why. Does anyone have experience with Zoom? Because that was the last thing I used this microphone on, and now it's not working. It is very the worst part is the light is on. So on the mic itself, there's a red light that tells you if it's on. Oh my gosh, Tibbs, that's perfect. Hold on. I need, first of all, you can give yourself a pun point for that. Second, I need to fix stuff so that I can make sure that the next time that that triggers, it says uwu. Hold on. Hold on. Da 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 da. Uh, uh, chatbot. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hey, Johnny! Tib pun. I think it's Tib without an S. Is it a USB mic? It is a USB mic. There you go. Hey, Pagorly. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. I'm very, like, none of the devices that should be able to detect the snowball, like, they detected it's there, so they could, like, it automatically switches to that mic because it's connected, but it doesn't make any sound. Like, they're not detecting that it's actually making sound. No, it's there. I can easily switch back to it, but if I switch back to it, you won't hear me because it's not detecting that the mic is making any noise. That part I'm confused about, like, why that is. And the last thing I used this on was when I was on a Zoom call with a class. Is the mic hard muted? I don't know how to do that. Maybe, but I don't know how to do that. Hold on, let me look this up. Does the blue snowball microphone have a hard mute? Wait. Well, it says that it does not have a hard mute, but you can use like, I don't think my mics are muted. Yeah, this mic is very bare bones, like, I think, as far as I know. It doesn't have, yeah, it's just like a round mic. And it's connected because it has a light. But yeah, it just, yeah. I inherited this microphone. Like, I didn't buy this. A friend of mine streamed and used to live in Japan, but no longer. And so, instead of taking this home, because they had been gifted a mic, a different mic, a better mic, I think. They're like, here, you can just have this. And I was like, okay. And it's a pretty good mic, so I was like, and it seems to still be working, so it is quite confusing. Man, it really sucks to, like, try to like figure this out, because if as soon as I move it to that mic, it's like it's not working. Okay. Let me see. Sound settings. Sound settings. Underneath your input section. The volume is 100%. And it says it's enabled. Testing. And it's not, I don't know if it's... It doesn't seem to have recorded anything. Does clicking the troubleshoot do anything? Let's see. I don't know if I click troubleshoot, I don't know if it'll do it for this microphone or the one I'm using. Choose a device. No. This one. Wait. Hold on. Was that the thing? Because it had the default device as the Elgato. Let me see. Nope, that wasn't it. It was still, well, one second. Yeah. And also seeing if the device specifics specified as mobile. Yes. Sometimes you have to the device's default device. Let me see. Well, it says that it is now currently default device. Allow. Okay, allow. Format. Volume. Testing. Yeah, okay, so when I microphone test, there's a point there and it says volume 0%, and I don't know if that's because... Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Did I just get it? Why was that so specifically muted? Hello. It's working now. Hold on. Okay. So, I just want to show you guys. So right here, this one. So this is what I said when it's like volume 0%. But this specific one. Oh, I said muted like this, and it obviously it didn't capture it because I muted it. But as soon as I turned that back on, like now I saw this little bar underneath, and now it's working. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Why did it do that? Okay, like the only thing I could think about is that so my laptop has a button to mute the mic. Like it has a physical button. But even when that button is pressed, if I plug in this microphone, it just ignores that completely. It keeps the mic on. And like as you can see, it like right now the mic's supposed to be off, but you can still hear me. That is so weird. Thank you, Jared, for showing me that, because I would not have figured that out. There would have been no way I would have like looked at this setting. Oh my gosh. I do have too many mute buttons. But like my laptop has like that extra stuff. So it has a physical mute. and a physical, like, there's a physical turn off camera, and it has a camera cover built in. So even if the camera is on, technically, if the camera cover is slid so that it's covering the camera, you still won't see anything. I quite like it. It's mostly stumbling in the dark as much as you were you've dealt with far more, clearly. Okay, now I can use this microphone. Now, let me put this back to the snowball. There we go. Okay, now it's not detecting anything because of the threshold. The threshold is too low. Okay, there we go. Ah, what a wild ride. What a wild ride. Okay. Thank you for helping me figure that out. I don't have to wear my headphones anymore. Well, let's continue, shall we? Now that I have this better microphone, you can't hear every little sound that I make. Miles, my boy. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium.
Then my little Lance isn't hurt.
He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang.
Oh, Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a...
You know, she's probably the other kidnapper. Remember the other kidnapper is a woman? I'll talk to the not important people first.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I thought you wanted to talk to Mr. Amano and Miss Pops.
I do. Perhaps I should start with them before I do anything else. God dang it. No, I wanted to... Let's go. That's my boy. I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. Mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? My dear it's a very simple love letter. Tender Lender Loan Company.
Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks like more like a collection bill to me.
This was found on the body of your butler, Oliver. But what strikes me as odd is the name engraved on the back. Colin Devray. Oh, Coden Liver Velder Dalen.
He's so sad that it's got it all messed up in his mind.
I understand, but the last one wasn't even close. Okay. Oh, that looks to be something with quite a bit of value. But then all things have some value attached to them. Only by probing deep into the unknown can we become true winners in this world, Miles. Thanks, but the knowledge is what I'm going to make me a winner here. It's information. Okay, so there's nothing else.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, this is the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try.
Excuse me, but I can help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through.
I suppose. If they were me, then...
I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct?
Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either? I mean, because... This isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful.
It's a ring pop. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring?
So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out or is it just one-sided?
Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
My father used to work for Mr. Romano. And so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud.
I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Yamano Group. What did he do?
I heard his job was to fly around the world.
I know, it is.
On Pegasus.
Pegasus?
Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company.
Definitely not, Tibbs. Don't ruin the egg. I don't care about the ring pop.
You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned.
Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown sounds like the stuff of legends are made of.
It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were ever to meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live.
I have a feeling that the butler is her dad. And his original name is Colin Devereux. Maybe. Or maybe the brother? Maybe the brother. Could be the brother. About this incident.
Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
That's because of my woman's intuition.
You based everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny.
Oh my god. Ugh, she started fantasizing again.
So what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
You already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. What's the isolation room? Is that the one? It's because it's either here or the isolation room, but I don't know what they mean by the isolation room. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Okay, that's why they were like, oh yeah. Don't tell me that you were the one who stole it.
What the heck are you talking about? I don't even have a license. It's illegal to drive a car without a license. A great thief doesn't break the law.
Wait a second. This little girl has a very odd understanding of the word law. I was like, stealing is a crime. Okay. Okay, nothing to say about the chalk body. Okay, so it's... crime's illegal, yo. I know. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I have to deal with this impasse for now. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir, Roger, sir! That was surprising, hassle-free. Do you think that's Gumshoe under a guise? Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but...
Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him.
Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to use this document to use, sir.
What's this?
The man in this picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
Penn E. Dent Prison. Haha.
But the name here says Colin Devray.
That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
There's some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case. These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read, eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remember things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir. I see. Guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. I want to read that thing first. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
Well, you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Okay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Okay, so first, let's look at our evidence. Whereabouts are known after his escape from Penn E. Dent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard. That's Meekin's gun. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has to show up. This is the guy. This is her dad. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was like maybe the brother. Something happened to the brother. Or the reason that he got into prison was because of the family. And then he wanted revenge of some sort. Or it's possible that he thought that there's no way his daughter would be able to marry the guy if he was still with his dad. Because she's just a maid. Find out. I do find it funny that they very specify the dominant hand.
Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too.
It's not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage.
I know that.
The door leading to the outside world was locked. So Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined this up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away.
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a broken mirror. Probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? Sign advertising the photo rally. Something I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do, and I'm going to get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation.
Ooh, they have barrels just like these outside.
Yes, and?
Well, I know I've already asked you when you were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes.
That's so sad.
We've seen that they throw costumes away in pieces. It's the only one I have right now. Okay. A poster of Gate Waterland is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gale Waterland has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers.
There are 3 chairs set around the table.
Okay, they all amounted to the same thing. I know the key is one thing. Cheap styrofoam cups.
Looks like only 3 cups were used.
There's nothing unusual about this area. What do you mean? It's keys! I wonder what this key is to.
You got me.
Reminds me of the key we found in the other room.
That's it! This must be the key for one of those trapdoors.
That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one?
I'm not having this conversation with you. Anything else? Oh, that's just a rally sign. Okay, I gotta make sure that no yellow bit is not unchecked. I can't investigate each cup individually. Okay. Beyond the store.
Is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me?
But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face.
Didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Let's see if she has anything to say. So this is the room next to the one we were held prisoners in.
You know, I took a peek in here through the door from the other room.
As did I, Kay. Anyway, if this room was truly the kidnapper's hideout,
then that means there should be some clues to their identities here, right?
Don't know if there are, however, the probability is quite high. I believe a thorough combing of this room is necessary. Do I have any other thing in here yet? Let's connect them. 3 chairs, 3 cups, 3 people. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is that the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3.
Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible that there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Can we look through here? You can't just... It can't just be that. Can we get the key? Okay, that's just for the trap door. They say that. I'm so worried that I'll miss a detail. This door is thoroughly broken, thanks to the police who forced it open. Won't rest. Oh! Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Oh. The same dialogue. Panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay.
I only fell into that other opening once, you know.
Just making sure before I check this.
That doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what the officer told us?
Yeah, the lock had been in use when the door was busted down. And the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can it be? That's another puzzle piece. I don't know. Oh. These two are definitely connecting. It's a bit strange that police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. You see how the handle is completely destroyed.
So that's how the sword broke.
I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. What? What is it?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct?
What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that?
This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss.
She's gonna take a picture. Yep.
Proto Badger, get! All right, only one more to go.
What are you getting all excited about?
Yeah, the photo rally, duh! See, look, now all I have to do is to get the picture of the Bat Badger, and I'm done.
Oh yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something.
Hey, Oxbot.
What? What? It's gone! But where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it.
Heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What?
Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. Alright, time to investigate. What did you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are one bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times. Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's a stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park, and the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Is it? I'm glad you enjoy my Ace Attorney voices. I always think that they don't sound different enough from one another. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnapper stole 4 costumes in total. Then are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. Stolen ones, you mean? What proves that the 4th kidnapper does not exist? I was gonna show the head, but it's not there. What do I do? Is it like what?
Take that!
Oh wait, I didn't mean to speed that up. I'm sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. No. I can't rewind. I don't know what he said. Oh, why history? If you had 4 people, and you'd wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is, why? Task wheel. User is at head. The 2nd bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. Hmm? What do you mean? The costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right! Let's get it out of there and take a look. As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume. Well, minus the head. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Wonder why this bad badger costume's right hand is torn up like that. Maybe it's flesh wound from the fight with the blue badger. I always knew that the blue badger was one ferocious beast. I somehow doubted even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay. I don't know. Badgers. I thought there was another yellow that was unchecked. Look, its hand is hurt. Looks more like something was ripped off of it. Right hand, right? Colin Devray was a right-handed man. The spot is somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Wait. Do I present that he's right-handed?
Eureka!
Yeah, it's not. Okay. It's this. Is it the right-handedness? It's not a contradiction, though. Yeah, it's not a contradiction. Ah, it's not good. Is it this? But it's not a contradiction. Okay, let's try this.
Eureka!
Damn it! Oh no, I don't like that. So it's this, but which? Oh, can't really look at it. Because I'm pretty sure it's the right hand. What am I supposed to show? Because I thought that, like, the dominant hand might be the connecting. But I'm not entirely sure. So why is it so, like, messy? Oh, maybe because of the rain? I don't know what the contradiction is, because it's not a contradiction that I'm trying to make. I'm more trying to make a connection. Oh, the gun. Maybe that's it? He's holding a gun.
Eureka!
Yeah, there you go. I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun!
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
I thought the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show.
Oh, congratulations on getting second, Nujink. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend. Oh, phew! Got everything back. I think we're about done with this room.
So what's next?
Well, we have found a few answers.
Hi!
But there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, okay? So that guy was really just an extra. Let me get some water. I wouldn't be surprised if Lance did this too. You know. Stage his own kidnapping. Oh, Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth, sir! You gotta hurry, sir, come on! What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
What? Isn't that one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo, that's why I've got to come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolfboy does, sir. Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. Yep. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Then let's get down to it. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. His headpiece. This must be the Blue Badger Officer Meekins crossed paths with. Oh, the nerve of someone throwing a Blue Badger away like this. I worked so hard to create his character. It's like my baby. Oh, it's Gumshoe? Did Gumshoe create the Blue Badger? Was that said before? I didn't even realize that. How could someone do this, sir? How? Detective, how about channeling your anger towards finding the culprits? Good idea. Oh, wait till I get my hands on. So who are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Why don't you try figuring out for yourself for a change? Blue Badger's body section, the waist. Excuse me. Ah! Burps. Oh, I don't know who said the other one. Who said that? It was Kay, sorry.
It's the Blue Badger's body section. What a waste.
How so?
Going through all that trouble to steal this costume, only threw it away in the end. A real thief wouldn't do such a thing. Nope, no way.
I wouldn't think a real thief would steal something so gaudy to begin with. Is that something? No. I know you want me to look at the thing. What do we have here? Oh, it's another pendant. 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver too. Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two... Hold it right there. I'm expecting it's Mr. Man. Yep. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here and read off what you see. Laura. Lauren, hey, it's the name that's engraved on this. What did I say? Father-daughter. Uh-huh, we have you now, Miss Kidnapper. Don't understand. Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers. Lance. You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. What did I say? I was right. It was me. I held Lance hostage. So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over. Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time? Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect. We found it. Found what? That officer's gun. He later dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Who are you calling a sham? Officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it. Thanks for the confession. Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession, and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren Pops. Yes? I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all of that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder. But why? I am a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough? Oh, she's threatening to cut her hair. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? Lick, lick. I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as a losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan. Iggy Ari? Iggy Ari? Hey Nate, what's up?
Yari is attention in Japanese.
Oh, is that what he says? I didn't know. Well, there you go. So I should have said Iggy Ari. That's how Phoenix said objection in the Japanese movie. Oh. It's like Ari is like shorthand for arimasu or something? What's Iggy?
I would guess
I know, but like, is it also shorthanded?
I don't know. It's too partial.
Oh.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Armando would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan. But as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There, are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much. Miss Phelps, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth, because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Okay, it's time to L everything. See, now I think we should watch the Phoenix Wright movie. I didn't even know that there was a Phoenix Wright movie.
Live action.
Oh, we have to see it. See how they turned the... Was it good, Nate? Without spoiling anything, was the movie good? Time to press. The movie is fun. Great. I think there's also a musical, but I don't think they're showing that anymore. 3 musicals? There was 3 musicals. How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times. That's it?
Yes.
They only met a few times. I don't see how they could have trusted each other. Takashi Miike. I am unfamiliar.
But if you hardly ever talk, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
Not so fast.
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Is that right, Shinha? Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself. Ha! Bet he didn't see that one coming.
Hold it.
You knew? How did you know something like that?
What should I do?
Okay, what's wrong with her now?
Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy.
Oh my god!
Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
Mind your own business, okay? Now then, Miss Phelps, let's continue with your testimony.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hold it.
Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Amano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be a doting father. He would be to a doting father like Amano.
I always figured that was it, too. And I was always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's. I got this pendant from my father. And I believe that as long as I'll have this, I'll find my father again someday.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lauren.
He'll welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of Pegasus.
That pendant. I must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus.
Hold it.
Would you mind telling us a little about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance.
Ooh, how'd you do that?
Well, Mr. Deacon did that one on his own, so I don't quite know.
Bah, and here I thought you knew how to steal people away. I shudder to think what she would do with such knowledge.
Sorry, I really don't know. But somehow, Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
Hold it.
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the beginning? Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mrs. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Popes, you really are clueless, aren't you?
Oh, what do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. It's this.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
What about the pendant? The horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Take that!
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color, and they're made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus. But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
What? No, that can't be.
So the two make a set. Huh. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. It's this one.
Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devering, the name that is etched on this horse pendant. What? An alias? I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. It makes sense given what is written in Mr. Devereaux's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section, which reveals the true meaning. Is this sole daughter?
Take that!
Mr. Devereaux had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? Oh yeah, because there's 3 costumes, right? And what is so funny, Agent Lang? You're good at making things up in your head and deciding that it's the truth, aren't you? What are you trying to say? Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility. Is that so? Well, let's hear it. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? So this is his version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof that they didn't know of their true relationship, right?
And you're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together?
That's right, as one really rotten family. Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence. Alright, time to press for everything.
Hold it!
Oh, he thinks that the victim knew.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. Without an evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. The scenario is certainly a probable one.
You'd better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad.
I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Was the crime they really committed by the two of them? By this father-daughter pair? Okay. There's the one that says there's 3 costumes stolen, right? Ultramelon! Oh, Hugh. Hello, guys. Hi, everyone. How are you all? Let me give you a shout out. How are you today? What were you guys doing? This is just chatting. I wasn't able to be there today like I normally do because I decided I was gonna be lazy yesterday. So I decided to stream today. But how is everyone? If you guys need to take a breather, take a break, not be on Twitch, do something else, take a catch. Especially you, Alicia. If you need to be out of Twitch, please take your rest, do that aftercare, the stream aftercare stuffs, and take a rest. I feel like I need to update this every time. Oh, you were finishing up the randomizer, so you played silly games. Oh, I hope that went well. Hi to Matt. Oh, let me take this off. We are playing Ace Attorney Investigations today. Seems suspicious. I think Rinks my may. I mean, could be. Who knows, right? You can't see my hand in some streams, so maybe. Unless it's just a really good, like, robot hand. Oh, dun dun dun. The Rinks doth protest too much? Wait, I did? You know how to reveal it? Have a good lurk, Alicia. Rest well. You know how to reveal it? How do you reveal it? I'm waiting. I think I know what he's about to do. But no, it's not there. Oh, I don't, because I haven't finished that one yet. Because I wanted to redo it in the same way I did this. So I took it out because I haven't done it yet. I'm an AI. Let me see. How much of that have I done? Because I haven't gone back. I should have finished that a while ago. Yeah, I only have one. I only have one. Hey, don't ruin my name by putting AI in it. Oh, I forgot this. Hold on. This is the only piece that I have. And so I haven't finished the rest of it. Where is it? No. Where are you? Oh. See, it's not even animated. I only have this. I haven't finished it. Oh, time to save 2.5 M points to get you to play a horror game. And watch, because I can't handle horror. I mean, no mystery. I think the closest person to saving up that 2.5 mil is Duke. But I do have the alternative option in which you can suggest a game amongst many for, I think, 8K. But that you can only suggest, and then we put all the suggestions in a wheel, and then we let it roll. But the other caveat is that if it's a game I don't have yet, I'm not going to buy it. And so okay. Yes, it does, naturally. But it has happened where there was like I remember the last one that we did. I think Banana submitted like 3 times and Luna submitted like 3 times. Renegade submitted once and Renegade's game won, I think. I think that's how we decided the... Or is that like a different one? That was for the horror thing. Maybe not then. So, alright. Have a good sleep, Fairy Muffin. Fair enough, Muffin. Fair enough. Rest well. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I think that was for the... whatchamacallit. I think I'm talking about the charity horror stream. Because someone... There was one sliver of Silent Hill the first, and then there were several of... like Fatal Frame... and I forgot, Silent Hill 3, I think. But Silent Hill the first one, and that's why we played it. So, yes. Same game means more weight, but it doesn't always mean that it'll win.
Objection!
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone.
And what kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
3?
Four costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. And as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It clearly all points to a 3-man group. I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. Yep, it was Lance.
Who is this mastermind?
I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping.
Take that!
Lance Amano? Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But I only know I saw 2 people. This guy's being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them. Ah, yes. About when you're being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed. But it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Through the underground passageway, I presume? Are you okay? Sorry, I didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet.
Ah, how could you not? Why do you look at me with such icy daggers in your eyes?
Because he's a prosecutor, and they're all like that. I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. Time to press!
Hold it!
Can you tell us about where you were abducted in a little more detail?
It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm.
Where were you when you experienced this calm?
Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been?
Well, excuse me for asking. This child is more of a princess than a prince.
I was out walking to shake off the morning blah. Then out of the blue, someone from behind clamps a hand over my mouth.
You didn't see your attacker?
They must have used some drug to knock me out. Because before I knew it, I was off in La La Land again. When I woke up, I was in a kidnapper's hideout already, all tied up.
Hold it!
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper's hideout, correct?
Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know until I made my escape.
And you were in the same room as your kidnappers?
They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely 2 people. One of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared. I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't dare make a move.
Hold it!
The kidnappers disappeared.
The room fell into sudden silence. I'd been left behind like an unwanted mutt.
What do you mean by unwanted mutt?
What a pointless question. It's not like it's going to tell you anything new, you know. It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. It may look refined on the outside, but it is no good if you're not refined on the inside as well.
What?
Hold it!
Then those cuffs on your wrist. I suppose you are still cuffed in that case?
I am well aware of how I am chained to reality. I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped from that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner.
I like that he's moving his finger like he's peeking.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape?
I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape.
Remember, our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. Okay.
Hold it!
Wait, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that part. By underground passageway, you mean the one that the staff uses to travel unnoticed?
I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't run into any staff members on my way out. And once I was up top, I was busy trying to find a member of the police.
That is when you found us congregated at the stadium, I suppose? Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the underground door?
That was easy. It was hanging right there in the room on the wall.
Do you recall a key hanging on the wall right beside the table?
Boy, that's bring back memories of our situation, how we made our escape.
Indeed, and although the door on the floor of our room led to an underground room, the door on the floor of the next door had a secret passageway.
A secret passageway under a theme park. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun.
I wonder, is there something off about the way Lance made his escape? He was blindfolded. Right? Okay, I don't have that evidence. So, it's the door. Yeah, it's the door.
Objection!
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really? What happened there?
We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right?
Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open. Right, Sheena?
Yes, that's correct.
Then take a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that. Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you just not simply remove the sword and escape?
Well, why didn't I? I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used a prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
Not so fast!
You've been marking this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
What would that be?
A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme to such as kidnapping himself?
Objection!
Tisk tisk. This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime. Okay, shoot, now I need to find that.
Take that!
Wait. Ah! I didn't mean to press that! I didn't mean to press that one. Is it this one?
Take that!
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly a typical love letter. It is in fact a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Ugh. Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. Must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your old man, huh? All right, I give up. I abducted myself. It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go out with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now that dream is over. Oh, Lance.
Then you're giving yourself up.
Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan. But then,
He had to go stab us in the back. He turned on you? Oh, hey, Piano. What's up? Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by. But if you too need a break or do something else, you are not bound to this stream by any means. It happened almost right after you made a drop-off. We were alone. He attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the blue badger costume. That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops. But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless, and then he tackled me pretty hard from the behind. Then Oliver put on the bad badger costume, picked a suitcase with $1 million and ran. Contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. He had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Lolly, then it really was you?
That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran scared for my life.
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn something into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pops, Char owned out without even knowing who he really was?
If what she says is true.
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You'd be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see. Time to press!
Hold it!
Please calm down and let's slowly talk through this.
What?
All you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Leave it to us to search out the truth. Can you do that for me?
All right. So, at the stadium.
Hold it!
That was a ransom money, wasn't it?
Yes, that was how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me.
And what did he tell you?
Well, he called on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Oh!
Hold it!
Oh no, this was a setup. Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me?
Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's...
Left arm.
My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops. Please calm down and take a deep breath. And then would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
That badger pointed a gun in his left hand.
That's the evidence.
Hold it!
You shot Mr. Deacon.
Miss Pops. Yes, I shot him.
And that, as they say, is that. Agent Lang, Miss Pops is far from done. She hasn't even finished her testimony yet. You're going to continue questioning her? What a waste of time. Miss Pops, if you please.
All right.
Did you take off immediately following the gunshot?
Yes,
And you didn't attempt to approach the victim at all after he was shot?
I'm scared.
I don't blame you. I would have done exact same thing.
Poor Miss Pops. What will become of her, Mr. Edgeworth?
She seems to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe it to be absolutely correct. Listen very carefully to her confession once more, and you'll see. Alright, so now we press on second to the last statement. We have to show, I think, yeah, this detail.
Objection!
You want to check out this Ace Attorney? Ace Attorney is a very good series if you haven't played it yet. Highly recommend it. This is an offshoot, so this isn't the main series. This is the this is very much, it's kind of similar but also not. I have here a dossier on your father. Ian, according to this, your father was a right-handed.
Oh, then
The person pointing the gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
Not so fast!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible they went down like that? Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't accept someone who has never set foot in court to catch it. Enough with the smugness. Out with it already. Miss Pops told us earlier.
there was a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with 1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger, and yet the Bad Badger had both his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong. I think it could be that both are correct. It's just not. It was still the Bad Badger. They are both correct. Impossible. That just leaves it with an irresolvable contradiction. Miss Pops' entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if the Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This proves that there was a way for the Bad Badger to freely use both his hands.
Take that!
Dang it. I don't have the costume on here. Ah,
Take that!
the costumes have two parts to them, a head and the body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pop saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger? A different badger? Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. He was wearing the proto badger, right? Because she was the blue badger. Yeah.
Take that!
What the heck is it?
It's the proto badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. The pink badger's of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. And all that's left is the proto badger costume. Miss Pops, who was the one who wore the proto badger costume?
That would be Lance.
Not so fast!
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lazamano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing? The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than a setup, and its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have had to do all that, huh?
There's but one reason. Lance Amano, you are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What? No! That's slander. Take it back. You take it back right now.
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed. But what does it have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held a gun in his left hand.
Not so fast!
Huh, who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. Besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like Proto Badger's bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Objection!
Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet.
Take that!
We found one half of the Bad Badger costume in a hideout. A broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Pops, where's the gun you use now?
I threw it away into the sea.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
Not so fast!
I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture. I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend that you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know yet. Ha! I knew you were full of it. However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
You saw the victim in the state of being restrained.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
I think he was already dead by then. So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after two of you left, right?
We thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time. And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard your plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pops saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time, wouldn't you agree? No. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail. Could be wearing a costume head, so you wouldn't know if it was alive or if he was shot.
Hold it!
Right, let's press. When exactly did you arrive back at the hideout?
It was after we had picked up the ransom money.
And where were you up? Where were you up until the time you returned?
I was scouting the park out and making preparations for our escape. I walked around in the various areas looking for the best route.
Also, each of them had their own roles to play.
After I was done, I went back to the hideout.
Hold it!
How did Lance look like at that time?
He looked shocked. He also looked a little down. And when I saw that sadness in his eyes,
Thank you, that's enough for now. And what of Mr. Deacon? What was his situation like?
Hold it!
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, am certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure. That just has to be Mr. Deacon.
So bad badger head.
Captain,
Hold it!
So the tide of Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume?
yes, and?
It would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection? The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not. With this. This, Miss Pop, shows us that the person you saw was not the victim. What was it? Hold on. Oh, this one lists the stolen costumes now. Okay.
Take that!
Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
That person you actually saw was this person. Miles Edgeworth! It was me.
The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would a kidnapper abduct me even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was all to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right? That. You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with the badger's head on. With the bad badger's head on. And then made your costume escape together. So you pretended.
What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword. He then escaped via the passageway.
Not so fast!
Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out from Mr. Prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave? You've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment, all of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right, you were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see? It would seem that you can't prove a thing. Who said that? Please wait. Mr. Amano. Oh, Miles, my boy. Looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others.
Dad,
Let's see. You're the one in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you. Oh, do you now? Is that what I think it is?
it's the bad badger costume the victim is wearing, and a gun.
Hey, Seva. I couldn't wait around the police, so I went and found these myself. appears that they were disposed of in the sea. Ugh, is there no one in this country who can actually obeys the law? There. Now, Agent Lan, please calm down. What the heck is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he please. As he sees fit, it says.
What? The Chief of Police? What the? Just who does he think he is?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh. There now. There's no need to be so upset. I'm not a cop from this land, so I'm not bound by the laws of your country. Yes, you are. No. This wasn't meant to strong-arm you to anything. It's just a request. I only ask that you please respect the laws of the land. I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at this new evidence. I've already got the results back. A special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with. Conduct the test. They verified that the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren. What? You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness, I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. Oh, shh. For this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around. That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence. I'll be the judge of that. Alright, let's inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Bullet hole. Looks like kind of burnt around the edges. Wait. Those burnt marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact.
Why is that?
Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Could this gun be the actual murder weapon? Hold on, let me see. Let's look at it. I found Miss Popp's fingerprints on this gun.
Can you let me hold it for a sec?
I shouldn't if you don't know how to handle it. Besides, Miss Popp's prints are on it.
Look, I'm wearing gloves. It'll be okay. I just want to take a look, that's all. It's not like I'm going to run off with it. The only things I don't return are treasures.
Stealing either one would land you in jail, you know. Is there really nothing else? That really is all there is. What's this? Looks like there's something inside the costume here.
Hey, they sparkle! I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here? Oh, because it happened in the thing. Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there. Make no mistake, there are fingerprints of that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense.
The fingerprints on the weapon, huh?
Oh no! This isn't helpful at all! Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly.
But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That may be all you can do, however. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You wound me. Why won't you believe me even in the face of all of this evidence?
Can I logic? Oh, I can't logic right now.
Hold it!
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops? There's no mistake about it. Though my connections, I had the best forensics techniques money can buy performed. I find it to be a bit peculiar. What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes, because she was wearing the costume! Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' print should be on that gun to begin with. The reason why Miss Pops' print should not be on the gun is... Okay. Stolen costumes, right? Yeah, this one.
Take that!
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's been no mistake! We found fingerprints! Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. There you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found their way into the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amai? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer.
But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance!
Oh, what?
No, wait. I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
Story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage. In the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. So why aren't you a professional voice acting? Am I doing that well? I don't think I'm doing that well, to be quite honest.
Take that!
This piece of evidence proves that the real crime scene is not, in fact, the stadium. Mr. Prosecutor, I'd have to rate that piece of logic a 0 out of 10. What? He was shot in the thing! This is peak? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Wait, hold on. I missed that. I wasn't... The murder did not happen at stadium. Then the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below. Okay, what do I have? Oh.
Take that!
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then, I believe you will see why I insist he was not at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it. It's right there, thank you. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so then you mean the murderer Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was...
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were just before I was in prison was... the haunted house! The real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed is here. I think it's not unreasonable to assume that the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house. Yes, and I have proved that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there. The glass! No! Shit! Not that. Whew! I'm glad I only accidentally pressed the observe more button rather than the present button.
Take that!
These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They are fragments of a mirror. A mirror? What does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there's one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole the Blue Badger mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this as fact. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that. Be quiet. Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I mean you. Now be quiet, Gramps. How dare you? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Shihna, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. You see, isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there? But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability? Lang Ji says, on Truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. Question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Do I have solid evidence that proves a murder took place at the haunted house? That answer is no. See? Since you don't have any, shut up! I don't have the evidence yet. I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned a ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is the truth be brought to light. Doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Sheena.
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Who was that? Now.
Let's hold on for a second. There is no need to obtain approval.
Mr. Amano?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this.
What's this? Sheena.
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed? Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as Haunted House to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of 1 million, paid in full cash.
What? Oh, as you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you...
I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That 1 million you paid, don't tell me it was. Oh, that's right. The disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him after all, He did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Discuss? What is there to discuss?
Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion.
Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Ugh, Mr. Amano definitely has a deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever. Oh man! What is he gonna do? He can't let this pass! He's protecting his Nepo boy. If I can get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Oh.
Hold it, hold it, hold it!
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
What is that?
When the people are invited, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
The Yatagarasu is noble and is always a thief of justice.
Alright, have a good sleep, Seva.
That's, of course. If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony,
you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. Thank you, Seva. We may be able to figure out some new information with this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang. Ha, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest.
Okay, hang on. You're about to witness true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents? Yes, sir, we got it, just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case.
Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then.
Wow, impressive. What is this? Where are we?
It's like we're inside the haunted house.
Even if we can inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy!
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't, but I'm going to make you do all the hard work.
Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. Two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide with a new lead. I just come out to the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over the floor at the end of the hall.
And what was a badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell, and all I saw was its silhouette.
In that case, I guess I just program a badger silhouette in it for now. Okay, programming complete.
Then I started walking towards the exit.
And that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying wait.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? Well, Lance? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up with a haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. Didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Since the Bad Badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so that the weapon is in its left hand.
Now to verify the facts of this recreation. Cool. Oh man, this is crazy. Let's start from the back.
When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors.
Indeed. Who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before? Well, at least we know it's the real crime scene, thanks to those mirror shots.
Hey, wait! These shards, there's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones that we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too.
Pieces from the costume are oh, thank you. Certainly different from the other mirrors. What does that mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? I remember glancing over and seeing this figure sitting here as I left the dining room.
So I guess I got it spot on when I put it here in my recreation.
Didn't take a good look, but I'm sure there was a badger here.
I imagine this is how he snuck up on you.
That gadget of yours can even replicate people's movements.
Well, it's used to plan heists, so of course it's gotta be able to simulate the police.
It's definitely very well made. Perhaps too well made. Maybe I should confiscate it after investigation. Pieces of set armor are in a pile.
Why do you think they almost have sets of armor inside haunted houses?
I suppose that sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of abnormalcy.
Why do all of your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? Now try explaining it again, but this time so that even a thief like me can get it.
That may prove to be the most difficult task. Miss Pops, by my hand I will prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, please don't fret. It will soon be over. You not trust me? Your face is beat
red, Miss Pops. No, I can't. Lance.
Lolly, don't tell me that you like that guy more than me.
Oh, why am I so pathetic? I am so easily swayed by even a single glance.
Ugh, what exactly is she going on about?
I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
Miles, my boy, what is the meaning of all of this? Do you plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son? I have not forgotten my debt to you. However, your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I can't ignore the truth when it's right before me. You will regret this, I promise you that. No matter the outcome, I will never regret the choices I make. You didn't recreate the weapon.
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hands.
Okay, where were you hit?
It was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious.
Ouch, sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now, let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon.
The sword. Or the gun. The gun could be used too. Could also be a mirror.
Take that!
The object the culprit used. Could it have not been this?
I don't really think that's it.
Okay. It's gotta be the sword. Yeah. It's the sword. I don't know why I decided not to follow through.
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes. Although, we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait. Yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
To leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. Maybe worth more than a thorough examination yet.
Okay, so what test do you...
Luminol! Culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter?
Like I have a choice.
Sheena, call the lab boys.
Understood.
Sorry, chewing food. Also gonna drink water. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless.
So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info.
Oh, and now it's green. I won't press until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this.
Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time?
I don't recall, but I would guess that I was thinking about the kidnapping.
Really? Because I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head.
If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? Okay, so it's really just these guys, right?
You know, the Bad Badger's pretty bad looking when you see him up close.
Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger?
The sunglasses! Wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad.
Now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean?
In the next instant, this badger will swing his left arm complete with weapon at hand.
But it wouldn't make sense. Yes, to club me with the left side of the prop sword.
Shall I recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pained expression on your face.
It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. It's just my imagination. There's something not quite right. Right-handed man.
Eureka!
According to this document, the victim was right-handed.
Aha! I guess I should change with which hand is holding the weapon
Not
then.
so fast!
Hold on, you two. You didn't think I was going to ignore something like that, did you?
What are you talking about? Look, no interrupting when I'm about to have a little fun.
Even if you change your recreation, you'd only be wasting your time. It's not possible for that thing to hold something in its right hand, you know.
But Mr. Edgeworth's logic is...
What's that thing called? The bad badger? Just take another good look at its right hand.
Oh, I forgot the weapon isn't in its right hand because it's already got a gun in it.
Precisely. You knew that already? Yes, and I also know that the badger was holding the weapon in his right hand. Huh? Are you aware of what's coming out of your mouth? You just contradicted yourself. I have evidence, of course. Proof that the culprit held the sword in his right hand. Sounds interesting. All right then, show me this evidence. It's the costume. The broken costume.
Take that!
What? Do I have the costume now? But I don't have the costume. Ah, what do I show? God damn it. Maybe this?
Take that!
The answer is the weapon itself. Except for a bit on the left side, its prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
But the replica badger isn't holding a sword in his right hand. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Giving up already? It's simple. If he can't hold the sword in his left or right hand, then the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, lads? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect.
Fine, it was me. I hit you.
Appears that you lied to me yet again. See how quickly they catch up to you, Lance?
Wait, isn't Lance left-handed?
Ah, yes. That's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. But you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword.
Yeah.
Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the proto-badger.
You got it. Here I go.
Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
All right, all we have to do is examine this new recreation, then.
What exactly is so funny, Agent Man? That amusing little gadget sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in.
Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Matcher bring out the best in each other.
You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by listening. The crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be, exactly? A trick beyond your tiny imaginations can produce. Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie. It's written right here in this pamphlet. 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger. 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger? What is this? I'd say someone here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of the hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out the window.
But that can't be right. Maybe the doll hit the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, I wonder if you can please input new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? You can't quit. Not until I can declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the addition... Thank you, Agent Lang. For the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. We'll see if I can.
Okay, I'm updating the regression now. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden.
If the slump over badger was just a doll, where was my attack hiding?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. The space that I'm standing in. It's like I'm out of some crazy dream. Except that it isn't a dream. This is something Case Gadget. No, wait, this is exactly like a dream, sir. I've never been so impressed. It's a miracle. Someone is sure instantly impressed.
I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, so this is a product of your gadget? Now I wish I had one too.
Well, once this is over, I'll let you play with it for a bit if you want.
You do that for me, pal? Thanks. All right, let's wrap this case up already. Signs like this that I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. Thanks for letting us use little thief. Lang, she says, reject not those who seek truth. So keep in mind that I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for the truth. Are you? Don't worry, I understand. We may have different methods, but our wish is the same. If you notice anything worthwhile, I have no obligation to talk with you.
Well, I'm fine with just little thief in solving this case.
That toy is very well made.
Ah, that's because of the heart of the noble thief, Yatagarasu.
Okay, that might not be something you want to advertise to everyone. So, Sheik, now, what is exactly the source of this extra-dimensional light space? I believe this is nothing more than a projection from that girl's toy. So it's all an illusion, right? Yes.
Hey, don't treat this like some sort of silly light show.
Yes, I suppose I'm also to blame for what happened to me. It's incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vow never to be caught by surprise again. Oh, I'm afraid that you probably will be. Mr. Proto-Badger struck me. I suppose I should really say that it is Lance.
Ooh, are you going to get him back?
Need not resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice.
Really? Because I would totally have decked them right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works.
The third statement doesn't seem to be of much benefit to her survival. Okay, so he's gonna say the same thing. You can lie all you want, but it will be for naught, Lance. As soon as I expose the truth, you will be placed under arrest.
How can you do this after all my dad has done for you?
What your father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now.
Unbelievable. You know, you kind of sound like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth.
If I'm not serious about this, he will never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I'll not allow him to remain a child forever.
Haha, now you sound like a dad.
Okay.
This is where the proto badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes, now the question is, where did he come from?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere. Oh. Sir, window. It's blue badgers. There's a doll for this use in the haunted house.
I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
All because one is an ally of justice and the other is a vile criminal with a gun?
Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other, much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. What am I supposed to deduce from this? Oh, I can logic. Hold on. Let's see if we can logic some things. Oh shit, I don't have anything to pair with the measure shards. Dang, what am I supposed to deduce from this? Oh, it wouldn't be there because of the photo rally. Yes.
Eureka!
Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger.
Huh? Like what?
The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Oh. The blue badger in the pamphlet photo is in reverse. The regular blue badger. But why? There must be some sort of explanation. It's a mirror! It's like a thing that's made to look like a real, and they just flip it. I think. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors.
A house of mirrors. Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of a real one.
Then, was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hole, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, and one that I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall. It's the disappearing guy. Wait. Why is that not in the thing? Because, well, because there's only one of each.
Take that!
I don't get it. What's the connection between that and the mirror wall?
It's up to you to deduce. Oh, wait, no, I think I got it wrong. Yep. Oh, because it's a haunted house, right? Oh, yeah, so this has improved.
Take that!
As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built a mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created. So when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of the fragments had a design on them.
Ah, and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway.
Then, when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the wall. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, okay? It was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit is kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. My assailant had hid on the other side of the movable mirror.
Then you wouldn't be able to see him.
You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, I'm misreading everyone's lines. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality?
Since we have a few shots of it, we can probably assume that it is. Yes, it is most definitely broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found this inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Hey, I'd like you to input some new information.
Don't scare me like that!
Sorry, I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. What do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room.
You got it.
So now we'll see. Yeah. Now this, I believe, is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering.
You heard a what? Then...
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
Okay, so when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that.
Got it! But with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
That's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. Even large contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. shows the inconsistency.
Take that!
Here.
Huh? Are you sure that contradicts what you saw?
Ah, damn it, I don't... What? I'm lost. Edgeworth, I'm lost. What do you want to say?
Take that!
Wait, is that what I picked? Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there!
Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not there. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Or who, or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. It was the dead Mr. Collins. The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body.
What?
Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Ha! You were in the house at the time, right?
You tell me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in.
Ah, yeah.
Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house?
Ugh.
Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him?
Ugh.
It was you, Lance Amano. Ooh. He finally broke his chains. I'm sorry. Oh, we'll find out the truth.
It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He's escaped from jail. See? That's justified self-defense.
My boy was only trying to protect himself. It remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. Heh, as if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest this two and get them out of my sight.
Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder.
The only person you should be arresting is Lance.
Dad!
Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wooed me. I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know. You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Tina. It's known as the KG-8 incident. KG-8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good. Then you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling. There's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Devlin. Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. And Mr. Devray was arrested in place of you. Which is why he broke out. You hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you are talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Oh no, who is this now? Who the heck was that? Police chief, maybe? Oh my, it's the prosecutor! Why is he? Wait. Oh, because this happened before that. This is the star prosecutor. This is before he killed his partner. I'm getting all mixed up because we are watching things in reverse. And who the heck are you? I'm Jack Sportsman, and the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jax, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about some handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. The whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir. Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Hey, is that any way to thank someone? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally have a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? A hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Heh, it's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? The courtroom is a place where truth is revealed. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It seemed that his disdain extends just beyond me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it. I like that Sheena also added to the thing. Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of a long-honored house of Lang in Shangfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were all of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. Not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts, is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy was. Come on, Jim, we'd better catch up. Yeah. You've still got to deliver that thing to the old man, after all. Phew. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and head out ourselves. Yeah, are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. It's alright with you. Can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes, what is it?
That is, thank you very much.
Jojo! Jojo! Hey, how are you? Hold on. I have this, and I have... welcome? Oh no, I misspelled it! Welcome. Now I shout out Jojo. It's a lot. How was it, Teller Totori? I was so sad that I missed your last stream. I've started watching the VOD for the last part of Mountain Crime. But it's very sad that I missed it. But I had stuff to do on Saturday, unfortunately. Darn, Creepers is dwindling. Oh no! I am so sorry. Yeah, when you reach the mountain, when you saw the mountain guy, you were basically like, that's like one thing. One nick to the end, yeah. So much story left behind and then bam. I haven't seen your fresh reaction to the ending. I'm very excited to see what it was like. But how was Totori? I am saddened to hear that the number of characters that aren't creepers are dwindling. It's that's quite disturbing. Was there new characters today? Or did someone prove themselves to be a creeper? Also, welcome everyone. Oh, and yeah, if you guys all need to go and rest up, please do so. It's not mandatory to be here, as I always say. Thank you for stopping by and coming with the raid. We are playing Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth today, and we just finished up this case. So you guys are right on at the end. I just knew cussing and sixing. I'm just like, why would you? Oh no! Who was it today? Who was the character? Like, I am, because you know, there's the coach guy, and then the axe lady turned out to be a creeper. Probably lurking in a nice to rest. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Have a good rest, sweet salad. And thank you to the good egg that joined the crew. It was Gino today, the child. Oh no! Oh no, was he lusting after her melons? Oh, you can absolutely distract from Miles Edgeworth. We're almost done, actually. Now I have to watch 2 VODs so I can see what happened today. Thank you for rating. Yeah, but if you need to rest, also, please do so. I know it is quite late.
Thank you very much.
Ah, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure.
Ah, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
No, I have no idea.
Your father died when he was trying to stop Lance. Which means that from the very beginning, he had no interest in this staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Dovray into cooperating.
Father!
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all that he could do. But that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Although, there's no need to thank me.
No, Lawrence, stop! I mean, this man's so much older than you.
Hee, looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir!
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy? What is this?
Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return to see you one day, remember?
That's... Flashbacks? That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past.
There's more, but I might cover.
To that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met the then child Kay and Detective Gumshoe. Are we... So, at the start of the game, we were at the normal time. And after that point, we've just been going backwards in time consistently. So much so that I've forgotten, so that when the guy popped up with his detective pal earlier, I was so confused because he was already dead. And I was like, why is he alive again? The end. Wow! Another beautiful cliffhanger to hold us up. And yes, I will save my progress. Yeah, it's been... We've just gone further and further back in time. So the first case was, like, actual at time. And then he was like, it all started when I was on the plane. And then after that, it was like, it all started after just I landed. And then a call came. And I was like, okay. And it's been so long that, like, I just absolutely forgot what timeline I'm on already. But that was it today. Oh my gosh. And, like, I went way over time, but I thought that it was going to be a lot shorter to the end of that case. But I wanted to finish it because this week is the last week I'm going to be streaming because I have family visiting. So I can't stream next week or in the next 3 weeks, basically. Yeah. all started back in the day. Okay, so let's find a place to go now that we're done. And I thank you. Well, I'll do my best. It's one of those things, where like I know it's gonna be slightly stressful, so I'm slightly worried. But it is what it is. You would play that? Ooh, do you ship them, Jojo? You don't have to be shy. I think a lot of people ship them too. So. But we're going to a friend of stream, Zeral, who is super cool, super chill, owl mushroom dude. Playing Hylix at the moment. We all do, right? I mean, I'd play that game. Just saying. So our raid message is going to be what about Turnabout raid. Hold it. So if you have, hold on. Oh gosh. I don't know why I decided. Oh, wait. Did you already? Can I join you on your walk? There is our raid message. If you don't have a sub, just use whatever emotes you got. Turnabout raid. Sounds about right. That was a fun time. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you for all the raids today. We had Ultramelon, JoJo Story. Thank you everyone for stopping and hanging out and chatting and all that fun stuff. I hope I see you guys again on Thursday. I don't know what we're gonna do actually. We might, because I don't want to do another episode of Miles Edgeworth since it's gonna be cut off. So we might play The Longing or maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a good time zone. Bye.